Find the domain of y equals to under root square root of 4 minus x square divided by 2 into fractional part of x minus 1. So we have outside a square root function, so we need to maintain that inside part as positive, that is under root 4 minus x square divided by 2 times of fractional part of x minus 1 should be greater than or equals to 0. So this is first part. Now in this part again, so we have to maintain this 4 minus x square as positive. So this I will deal here separately. We need to maintain 4 minus x square should be greater than or equals to 0. That means x square minus 4 is less than or equals to 0. So that is x plus 2 into x minus 2 is less than or equals to 0. So we know that when two factors are there, then x should lie in between the minimum and maximum. So here the minimum is minus 2 and maximum is 2. That is one part of the solution. I will come back here. So we need to maintain this rational format as greater than or equals to 0, in which the numerator is already positive. I will write here, it is already positive. When the numerator is already positive, so then no option for the denominator, it should be positive. So that implies 2 times of step x minus 1 should be greater than 0. That means, not step x, fractional part of x, fractional part of x should be greater than 1 by 2. So fractional part of x greater than 1 by 2 means we can deal with this one graphical. So here again we will take the graphs. Now while drawing the graph, no need to take all the values because here already restriction is there, x should lie in between minus 2 and plus 2. So we will take in between those two only. So now if you draw the graph, here we will get a graph like this type. On the other side, so here we will have a circle, we will get this part, and here to this part. So a rough sketch actually. So and here we will get a line. So this line is y equals to 1 by 2. So and these are fractional part of x part. And at these points, if we observe the intersections, and this part we know that minus 3 by 2, and this part is minus 1 by 2, and this part is 1 by 2, and this part is 3 by 2. So now we need to maintain this one in between these values minus 2 and 2. In between minus 2 and 2, where it is greater, if we observe, see, x belongs to, I will write, minus 3 by 2, comma, minus 1, union, minus 1 by 2, comma, 0, union, 1 by 2, comma, 1, union, 3 by 2, comma, 2. So this is your solution. F of x equals to a square root function. So we need to maintain that inside function as greater than or equals to 0. This one. Now to simplify this one, the best technique is we can write this one as x minus fractional part of x minus fractional part of x is greater than or equals to 0. This two I am dividing like this type, because x minus fractional part of x can be written as step x. Now step x minus fractional part of x is greater than or equals to 0. Now we need to check step x is greater than or equals to fractional part of x. Now we need to check when step function is more than the fractional part of the function. The easy way to deal such things is graphical approach is better always. So we will check the graphs. So we know that its graph will come like this type. This is the graph. And greatest integer function graph, you know that in between 0 and 1 it will be like this type only. Here this red one. So here we will get a bubble and it will come up at exactly 1. So here actually 1 it is. When it is exactly 1, so it is equals to 1. And next in between 1 and 2 it is 1 only. So it means exact accurate means this one. So in between 1 and 2, so it will be 1 only. So here we will have, so that means it should go further up to here like this, and further it will go in this way. So this is the greatest integer function. Okay. Now down I am not taking, so down if I take C, that will be always less than this graph only. Now we need to check C. Greatest integer function means these red lines. So these red lines, when they are more than or equals to step function of x. Clearly from the graph, if we observe, at exactly 1, step function is 1 only, but still fractional part at 1 it is 0. So that means 1 to infinity it is always more. So then the domain is 1 comma infinity. Find the domain of the function square root of x minus 1 divided by x minus 2 times of fractional part of x. Students, we know the condition. We need to maintain this one. X minus 1 by x minus 2 fractional part of x should be greater than or equals to 0. So now here again p by q is greater than or equals to 0, but we don't know none of these two status. Whether it is always positive, we can't give guarantee, and for these two we don't know the status. That's why we need to make two cases. The first case is when both of these two are positive. That is, x minus 1 can be greater than or equals to 0, and x minus 2 types of fractional part of x should be greater than 0. Or another case. Case 2 is x minus 1 is less than or equals to 0, and x minus 2 times of fractional part of x is only less than 0. So two conditions. These two conditions, because see, p by q is positive and we don't know any one of these status, then the two possibilities are either this one or that one. That is, numerator and denominator both are positive, numerator and denominator both are negative. So we have conditions. X minus 1 greater than or equals to 0 means the condition is x is greater than or equals to 1, and this we know that we can split like this. So this we can write step x minus fractional part of x is greater than 0. That means this part is greater than or equals to, greater than fractional part. This is possible when x is greater than or equals to 1. Just now we saw the graph in previous problem. So here the solution we can write x belongs to 1 to infinity. We come to the other part. Here x is less than or equals to 1, the situation, and here we will get same part, the same part again. So we can write directly step of x is less than fractional part of x. It is less than fractional part of x means here x belongs to minus infinity comma 1. Okay. So now here the combination of these two we can take minus infinity to 1 only. So x belongs to minus infinity comma 1. Now the solution is either case 1 or case 2. So then we need to write the union of these two. So x belongs to, so first least bracket, that is minus infinity comma 1 union 1 to infinity. But here the problem is, here this interval contains 0. If you keep 0 here, denominator becomes 0. So that is not valid. So what we are doing? Neglect 0. Or the domain can be simply written as, because minus infinity to 1 excluded but 1 again included here, all the real numbers except 0 is the solution. Find the domain of y equals to 1 by greatest integer function x plus logarithm of x square minus 3x plus 10 to the base 1 minus fractional part of x plus 1 divided by square root of 2 minus modulus of x. So the first part of the question is 1 by greatest integer function of x. So we will deal with that one. Greatest integer function is not equals to 0. So greatest integer function is not equals to 0 means then compulsorily x does not belongs to the interval 0 comma 1. So that means we can write x belongs to all the real numbers except this one. This is the first part. I will come back to the other part, that is logarithmic part. So in logarithms always first you will concentrate on base. That means your base should be not equals to 1 and base should be greater than 0. That is a part of your logarithm. So here this is not equals to 1 means 1 minus fractional part of x is not equals to 1 means fractional part of x is not equals to 0. Fractional part of x is not equals to 0 means then x belongs to R minus integers. And we will come back to this part. So here what we have, fractional part of x is less than 1. Fractional part of x is less than 1 is a known fact. It is always true. When it is always true means here what will get, x belongs to R. Next we will come to the logarithmic value, x square minus 3x plus 10, we need to maintain it as positive. Now we will check quadratic, that's why we will go for discriminant. Discriminant will be v square minus 4ac, so clearly we are getting negative. Leading coefficient is positive, discriminant negative, and the given expression is positive, that is a fact. So we will write x belongs to R. So x belongs to R, x belongs to R, x belongs to R minus I. So the common part of this one is what we will take, x belongs to R minus I. Next we will come back here. So in this part we can write 2 minus mod x should be greater than 0. That means mod x minus 2 is less than 0. That means mod x is less than 2. That means we know that x lies in between minus 2 and plus 2. Now when you write the overall solutions here, see, no need to go for number line also. Here whatever value we need to take in between minus 2 and 2. And remaining all are contains the real numbers as well as integers. That means we don't want any integer in between minus 2 and 2, and particularly the values in between 0 and 1 also. That's why the result we can write, domain is, final result, x belongs to minus 2 comma minus 1 is one part, and next part how will you write? See, only we need to eliminate minus 1 only, correct or not? Minus 2 comma 0 minus we can write minus 1. So this is one part. Union, the other part we can write 1 to 2. Is it okay, see? With the help of the graph, without doing any mistakes, how can we check this one? See. So we need to plot the points. Here we will write 0. So all integers 1, minus 1, 2 and minus 2. This is the part we need to take. So when you write R minus 0 comma 1 means in between 0 comma 1 we don't want anything. So that is the thing. And next R minus I means all integers will keep air bubble there. This thing. So now here minus 2 to 2, this is one part. In between minus 2 to 2 we need to eliminate all these red things. So minus 2 to minus 1, and if you want you can include that one in between minus 1 to 0, that I have written directly. If you want you can write minus 2 to minus 1 union minus 1 to 0 union 1 to 2. That is your final result.